Now, understanding the participatory web and moving to protect Canadians' online transactions are important first steps forward in developing the digital economy and encouraging the adoption of ICT. But I want you to know we understand that more is required. That is why, even as we wrestled with the worst economic crisis in a generation, Budget 2009, Canada's Economic Action Plan, targeted a number of specific actions to energize the ICT sector. All told, as Gary mentioned, nearly $1.5 billion was devoted to this effort in our Economic Action Plan. We're also investing in one of the key elements of 21st century infrastructure, broadband access. As you know, broadband is a key component of a digital economy, enabling richer content, faster speeds, and multiple applications. I was thinking about that last night as I was downloading iTunes 8.2 and getting frustrated that it was only coming through at 120 kilobytes per second. Just think where we were 10 years ago. We would have danced for joy at 120 kilobytes per second, but it shows you how our expectations grow. So we need to have the broadband. But believe it or not, there are still some Canadians with limited access or no access to broadband. And this is particularly true of those living in rural and remote areas of our country. And so we've provided in our Economic Action Plan $225 million over the next 3 years to extend broadband coverage to unserved and underserviced communities. We hope that this money will leverage additional investment to expand access for many Canadians to, of course, the important economic and social benefits, including online health services, business opportunities, and distance learning. Expansion of Internet access will encourage economic development, spur innovation, and improve the quality of life in hundreds of communities across our country. And this is certainly a goal that we sign on to. Now, as you know better than most, ICT has had a profound impact on businesses small and large, enabling them to better serve their customers near and far. It transforms how they manage their supply chains, expand their reach, enhance their ability to access information, gain market share, and customize their products, saving time and improving quality, and making their operations more efficient. It was said to me recently that the digital revolution is as profound as the industrial revolution, and of course, that echoes David's comments earlier this morning. And so to encourage greater adoption of this transformational technology, we're delivering a 100% capital cost allowance for computer hardware and systems software. The Information Technology Association of Canada has estimated that this measure alone will have a $700 million positive effect on the ICT marketplace over the next 2 years. We also, I want to stress, have a $500 million fund for Canada Health Infoway. I'm wearing my former hat as Minister of Health perhaps a little bit. But Canada Health Infoway is critical because it has a goal of enabling at least half of Canadians to have access to their health records electronically by next year. And as I say, as a former Minister of Health, I can tell you that electronic health records hold tremendous potential, not only to reduce those wait times, but to improve care, to reduce medical error, and save money for the system. We know that the technology is available and that the benefits are clear, but the time is now. Now, Gary mentioned we've increased our support for the Industrial Research Assistance Program, the IRAP program, which provides both technical and business advisory services, as well as financial support to growth-oriented small and medium-sized enterprises. This $200 million of extra IRAP funding will allow that fund to double its contribution to emerging companies and create an additional 650 graduate internship positions for science and business. Again, positive news for the S&T sector. These policies and budgetary items will all help bring in a new ICT dynamic in this country. But, in my opinion, it does not go far enough. That is why this conference to be followed by my conference in just a couple of weeks, can and should kickstart a truly dynamic business, government, academic partnership. Our goal should be no less than this: to become the #1 country in the world in the construction of a truly digital economy. We need to do these things better than anyone else. We need to accelerate business adoption of ICT to spur innovation and competitiveness. We need to provide the security and ease the ability for the next generation of e-commerce to take off. And thirdly, we need to provide a whole-of-government approach to spark the digital economy to the next level. Now, these are challenging issues, but I am convinced that Canada's economic competitiveness depends on the answers that government and academia and business come up with. In particular, several blue-chip reports have, in the past few weeks and months, have identified Canadian businesses' non-adoption of ICT as a festering problem that affects our own long-term competitiveness. And so, my friends, these challenges are clear, but we can overcome them. I have outlined our government's initial steps to be part of the solution, and I look forward to our work together. You know, I don't have to tell you, Canadians are inventive, they're industrious, and creative people. And I have no doubt that we can and we will lead the world in the digital economy. And so let me end my remarks by thanking all of you. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for your drive. Thank you for your inspiration. In your field, literally whatever you dream can become a reality. And that reality will be good for your fellow Canadians and indeed for citizens around the world. Thank you.